preparing for their first event. They had a bye in the first round. Here you see who are the teams competing in rotation number 2. Georgia on vault, Alabama on beam, Florida on floor, and Kentucky on bars. And Georgia is a team that Suzanne Yocklin really feels has made a lot of progress this year, and right now they're right where they need to be.
I feel great about where we are right now. The path to get here has been, you know, a little disheveled, but where we are right now is a great point for us. We're not burnt out at all. We actually are peaking for this postseason part of the competition.
And one of the keys for Georgia is having all 6 seniors competing and healthy right now, including Kinsey Rowe, who's competing in the all-around tonight. Yurchenko layout full.
Ooh.
Nice job, but look at the landing. Something went wrong there.
Now you can see she's limping off a little bit. You just got to hope for the best. Kinsey has had some knee problems in the past, and you do see a limp there. She finishes with a 9.85, but Lori, certainly the bigger concern here might be how Kinsey Rowe holds up for the rest of this meet.
If this is as bad as it looks, this is a huge blow for Georgia. They will have to adjust the lineup on all 4 events. Take a look at the landing. Yes, you do see a knee pop there.
A tough blow for Georgia, but we'll keep you posted as we hear anything. Meanwhile, we get our first look at the Kentucky Wildcats. And this is a team that, you know, they have to compete in this league, and it is a league that raises the level of competition.
It pushes us so much because we know we got to recruit better, we got to work harder. I mean, I've been asked that question every meet that we go into, because this season we competed, on the 12 meets we competed, we've only competed against 2 teams that weren't ranked. You know, so there's no time to exhale when you're competing in the SEC.
In his first year as head coach, Mo is now motivated even more to come back stronger next year, really work this team hard.
And one of the leaders for this year's team, Lori, certainly is Michelle Gales, who's now competing on bars.
Beautiful combination into her pike Jaeger. Now, this is the last team competition for Kentucky. They did not qualify to regionals, but Michelle has qualified to move on to regionals and will compete there in the all-around. Double back dismount, small step on the landing. A good, strong, difficult routine. I'd like to see a bigger dismount.
And that perhaps competitor for Alabama in that rotation, that's the score they're going to want to drop. We'll see how the other scores play out. But on floor now for the Florida Gators, freshman Breanne King, and a little bit of a different look for a gymnast. Lori, she's 5'8", which in the gymnastics world is pretty tall.
She is quite a tall gymnast. She is from Canada, one of Canada's national team members. I saw her have a breakout performance at Canadian Nationals last year. Now she's come on to this Florida team and has picked up there one of 14 Canadians who have competed for this Florida team. Yes, they love the sunshine down there.
I don't blame them.
The tall athlete, she's quite athletic. You see, round off 2.5 to a front pike. A little bit different there. She takes out the back handspring because of her height. Really gives her a little extra room to get the main skills, the 2.5 and the front pike in the floor. Again, taking out the back handspring there. Adding the whip before the double twist there gives her extra bonus. Breanne is a candidate for SEC Freshman of the Year. She's been such an important player in the success of this Gator team. Florida's coming off of 2 scores of a 198. Very impressive.
And Breanne has just been so consistent, hitting all of her routines.
In fact, Jen, Rhonda told me that she has hit 38 for 38 routines. How impressive is that for a freshman? Final pass, front full, front pike, solid landing. Make that 39 for 39, a great routine for Florida.
As you said, Laura, she's just come in and done such a great job for this Florida team. I know that Rhonda Fain is happy with what Breanne has been able to do for them this season. She gets a 9.85 for that last performance.
Remember, Florida is coming off a bye, so it's so important for them to start getting their energy levels up and to really have a good start-off performance here on the floor.
Your party, Golden Flake, the South's original potato chip.
Welcome back to the arena at Gwinnett Center. SEC Championships in rotation 2. young Georgia fan here. There are a lot of Georgia fans here. It's probably about an hour away from Athens, and that means there's going to be a lot of people cheering for gymnasts like Chelsa Byrd, senior for the Gym Dogs up on vault.
And remember last year at the SEC Championship, she scored a perfect 10 here. Not this time, she takes the step, but a phenomenal vault.
Chelsa, 2003 SEC Gymnast of the Year, along with Jeana Rice from Alabama. She gets a 9.925, still a good score.
What really impresses the judges and these fans here is the height she gets off this vaulting table. She lands right in the corner and steps out of bounds.
We've already seen Jeana Rice for Alabama once tonight, that pretty bars routine, 9.95. She's the anchor in that event. She'll be the anchor in this event, which is beam. But take a look back. This is a few weeks ago. She has a fall, a very rare mistake for this gymnast.
Ever since then, I just wasn't used to falling, so it kind of threw my confidence a little bit. And then continuing on the year, I never quite regained it until like the past couple weeks in competition. And I really feel like I've grown a lot on beam and found my confidence again. So I think I'll be doing better.
Although it's not ideal, sometimes a mistake like that is just what a top athlete needs to get them back on track. And she got the wink and nod of confidence from her head coach, Sarah Patterson. The pressure is on Jeana. Remember, Marie Bear has already had a fall. She must hit.
And as we've heard Jeana say earlier, she likes that pressure. It's where she thrives.
Perhaps an SEC title rides on this performance here. It's almost impossible to win an SEC conference title counting a fall. Wolf jump, straddle jump, straddle jump. Clean and confident. If Jeana can get past this tumble series, then my bets are on her for a hit. The handspring layout, solid as can be.
I think she's going to make you a winner there, Lori. She certainly looks as confident and as good as we've seen her look all year.
Wolf 3/4, again a difficult jump, landing sideways on the beam. Strong small back handspring, that is a gym acro. So confident, she's even giving us a smile after each element. She is so on, so precise, even in her dance. But the dismount's big. Here it is. Round off, double twist, not a movement on the landing. That is the routine the Tide needed right now.
And boy, Jeana Rice coming up huge yet again, a 9.975. And Lori, I don't know that I've ever seen an athlete look as confident and in the zone as Jeana looked during this routine.
Not many mistakes in this routine. There's the tumble series, that handspring layout. She was so aggressive and so quick.
And the final competitor in this rotation for the Florida Gators, Erinn Dooley, who as we mentioned in the open, coming off a great all-around performance. She is capable of putting up a very big score, and right now, Florida needs it.
Florida has some ground to make up. They need to get a big 9.9995 here to make up for that 9.675 they are currently counting.
Well, Erinn's the anchor in this event for a reason. She's led the team on floor for the past 5 meets.
Florida's also dealing with an emotional blow that occurred during the warm-up. One of their top beam and bar workers, Kristen Stuckey, hurt her knee. She is out of this competition. They have to fill the lineup with other competitors. Kristen has already undergone 7 knee surgeries, so what an emotional blow for this team. They really need to block that out, try to do the best for Kristen.
And Erinn is a co-captain along with Kristen Stuckey, and it really comes down to your leaders. You need them to come through for you at points like this.
And Erinn is so positive for this team. She's having such fun this year, but it is no fun when one of your top athletes and best friends goes out with a big injury. But Erinn comes through for the team once again. Florida needs some big scores here.
And Erinn Dooley gets it, a 9.925. That's exactly what the Florida Gators needed. And Erinn Dooley coming through when she needed to. Florida finishes, though, with a 49.15 in this rotation, much lower than they're used to. Georgia with a nice score on vault, a 49.55, ties the season high. And we've got rotation.